Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 8. Hare Krishna. I will be talking about the birth of Lord Brahma. Maitreya Muni talking to Vidura. Maitreya Muni begins speaking on the Bhagavata Purana. The story starts a long time ago. Sanat Kumara was very curious to know about Vasudeva from Lord Sankarsana, who is seated at the bottom of the universe. Lord Sankarsana was meditating upon Lord Vasudeva, but he opened his eyes that were like lotuses and began to speak to the sages. Lord Sankarsana spoke the purport of Srimad Bhagavatam to Sanat Kumara. When Sankayana Muni asked Sanat Kumara about this, Sanat Kumara tells him what he heard from Sankarsana. When Sankayana was telling the glories that we heard from Sanat Kumar, Parasa and Brahaspati also heard him. Eventually, the story gets passed on, and now Maitreya Muni tells Vidura as well. Birth of Lord Brahma. All three worlds were underwater, and Garbhodayaka Vishnu was alone lying on the snake Ananta. It looked like he was sleeping, but he was actually awake because his eyes were slightly open. He lay down for 1,000 cycles of 4 yugas. The Lord was passionate about creation, but got agitated by the material mode of passion. And that is when a form of creation came out of his abdomen. Birth of Lord Brahma. It took the shape of a bud of a lotus flower. Into that lotus, Lord Vishnu entered. It was filled with the modes of material nature and Vedic wisdom, and Brahma, also known as the self-born, was created. When Brahma was born out of the lotus, he wasn't able to see anything because he was in a spiral. Because of this, he circled around so many times while moving his eyes in all of the directions. This is how Brahma got 4 heads in 4 different directions. He was not able to understand 3 things: the creation, the lotus, or even himself. He kept thinking to himself, "Who am I that I'm situated on the top of this lotus? Where from has it sprouted? There must be something downwards, and from which this lotus has grown. Must be within the water." He thinks about why he is sitting on a lotus, where the lotus came from, and that there's something probably all the way down that the lotus grew from. Therefore, he entered the water from inside the stem, and no matter how far down he went, he could not see where the root of the lotus was. After the birth of Lord Brahma, Maitreya Muni continues telling the story to Vidura. Brahma couldn't find the root, so he went back to the top of the lotus and concentrated on the Supreme Lord. After the birth of Lord Brahma. After 100 years, in Brahma's time, when Brahma finished his meditation, he learned many things. He got knowledge, and because of this, he was able to see the Lord in his heart, which he was not able to see before. Brahma describing the personality of Godhead. Brahma saw the personality of Godhead lying on Sheshanaga. He compares the body of the Lord to that of a coral mountain and how the Lord mocks every beauty of the mountain. The coral mountain is dressed by a yellow sun. Therefore, the Lord is draped with a yellow dress. The gold on the summit of the mountain. Therefore, the Lord's helmet has jewels. The mountains, waterfalls, and herbs represent the Lord's garland. The Lord's body occupied 3 planetary systems. The Lord shows his lotus feet. He was very beautiful. The Lord was decorated with saffron, jewels, pearls, and many other things, and covered by the heads of Ananta. The Lord is a friend of snakes because Ananta is his friend. The comparison continues between the mountain and the Lord. Brahma looks at the Lord again, but in the shape of a mountain, and realizes that he is indeed Hari, the personality of Godhead. He is glorified by garlands, Vedic wisdom, and protected by the Sudarshana chakra. When Brahma saw the Lord, at the same time he looked over creation. He saw Lake in Vishnu's navel, lotus flower, devastating water, drying air, the sky, etc. Brahma was finally able to see it all. In conclusion, Brahma got the ready and was finally able to create. He saw the 5 causes of creation and started to offer his prayer on the path of creative mentality. Hare Krishna. And thank you, Mataji, for giving me the opportunity.